Do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Time for a review. Could be old products or they could be brand new. Not apologetic news.
First off, I think the biggest thing we need to talk about is the rocket launcher. I'm going to show you video on how that thing melts everything in its path. But for now, it's been long enough since I played 4, I forgot a lot of stuff, okay? So it was the deja vu. It was like going into a place and it didn't look the same. And then all of a sudden be like, oh, this is where the kaboo, and then
Right.
like the big enemy comes and jumps out.
See, that's the one thing I liked about the game. Like the layout, the map, and everything, I think is the same, but each area they like tweaked it just enough.
Let's talk about ammo. Once you got into that castle area, were you just strapped for
I
ammo
was.
like the entire game? So it wasn't just me.
No.
Now, I didn't use most of the weapons. Like, I didn't fire a single crossbow. I shot that thing once and went, well, this is stupid. The rifle, I used the bolt action the entire game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was afraid the other ones were like semi-auto, and I'm like, I get like 6 shots of this thing at a time. I didn't know if I like pressed the trigger. And
Oh,
then
no.
like,
So there's only 2 sniper rifles in that.
how bad were the regenerators?
Oh, the ones where you got to see the fucking... Yeah. Hate those things.
There's that spot where
I completely forgot those were in there. I don't know why I was thinking until I got down to the air. I was like, oh, wait. I thought those were in Resident Evil 5.
where the girl's spinning that, you're in like the sewage area and the girl's spinning that wheel for that bridge and you go across to supply power.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's getting attacked and you're hitting through the bars and then that regenerator comes up. I died like twice and then I counted the amount of enemies I have to kill before the regenerator comes. And right when I killed that, I took off running to get back to that bridge. And I was able, after trying a couple times, to get almost across it, and then she drops the bridge and kills the regenerator.
Yeah, I think I died several times, and then I did the same thing. I just bolted to where I made it over before it cut off, where I was stuck on the other side. And
But yeah, I thought they did a great job with it, and the bosses.
oh, it was a fantastic game.
The boss fights were great. I think this will be a perfect time to talk about the rocket launcher. So I remembered from when I was a kid that I needed to save the rocket launcher, buy it as soon as I could, and have it for the little British man.
Yeah.
But I ran into a little bit of trouble with, well, I'll just show you right here. I saved some of my gameplay, okay? So this is my first interaction with the boss. You're going to see me right where the boss appeared. I turn around, and that's where the video starts, okay?
All right.
So it is a second into the boss fight. Okay? Boom. I hit the freeze button. I turn around. Babushka.
Finally, some peace.
That's all she wrote, boys. How long of a fight was that for you?
I didn't finish him after a couple times. I was sitting there wasting ammo.
You
Realizing,
just ran the clock out?
Yeah, just waited till the elevator showed up and got out of there.
Well, see, that was my issue, was that I thought, okay, I can waste this 80,000, but I have like barely any ammo. So if I can utilize all the ammo they give you for that boss fight, maybe I can be in a better position for the later game. Now that lasted all of 30 minutes and I pissed through all of that, you know. So at this point, I've spent $80,000 on a, did you buy a single rocket launcher?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to go to the second time I used the rocket launcher. So I held on to it for little British man, okay? Now, little British man, if you remember, there's a cutscene. He appears right in front of you, right on the little steps, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll get you, and you know, whatever he says. That's where this video starts, is the second he pops out, okay?
All right.
There he is. He's talking a little bit of smack, and he is dead. Boom. Downs he goes. Let's watch that one more time. Second he pops up, babushka. He's done. You know what I mean? How long of a fight was that for you?
It took me like 10 tries to...
Now, bear in mind, I felt bad after this one. So, you know, I always have multiple saves.
Yeah.
So I went back, and right after I got to another save point, which I'm sure was right after this fight, I went back and played him regularly, okay? And I think I was like 8 minutes into the fight. Like, we was running and gunning, and I was getting it. And I didn't know he could insta-kill you by eating you. Yeah. So after about an 8-minute fight, I was like, okay, I've seen it, you know, because I felt bad because I was like, they designed this whole area, and I was just like, nope.
I've seen a few videos. Apparently, I don't know, it's a glitch or what, but when he comes down, like we're starting like you were,
Yeah.
you just throw an egg at him, and that'll drop him, and he can go up and just knife the shit out of him, and that's the battle. Yeah.
Like a regular egg, or is that what the golden egg's for?
No, they use just a regular egg.
What the hell's a golden egg for?
I don't know. I thought it was just to sell, part of the merchant's
I guess
mission.
it could be.
I mean, it might fill your health up completely, but...
So at this point, I've spent $160,000 on rocket launchers, okay? Now I'd like to show you the third time. I just saved up and bought rocket launchers the entire game, okay? This is the final boss, right? And this was that deja vu feeling, right? When I went out to that elevator, I was like, oh, hell, multiple eye man. Okay, I equipped it before I got on the elevator. I was like, we know what's happening here.
I won't be...
Okay, there you see him. Babushka, I hit him not even in the eyes. Then the scripted jump happens. And he died. Isn't that crazy? Like, why even put that thing in the game? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that is a complete cheat code. But once again, I did go back and I did the full fight with him, although I did find myself constantly running out of ammo. Even with, like, saving up my magnums for the entire game for this fight, you know, I used it a couple on the guy with, like, the arm, like the militiaman.
Oh, Krauser.
Yeah, I was sick of his nonsense by the time we got to the point where we were actually fighting, because I didn't know, am I supposed to parry? Am I wasting ammo here? Is this just a scripted, we're going to fight for 10? I didn't know. So when we got onto that ledge there, I was like, I am freaking done with you. So I just parry him and magnum him like 4 times and he
That's
dropped.
about what I did too, because it took me several times to get to that ledge.
But yeah, I bought 3 rocket launchers. I used all 3 of them, and they just made it's not to say any obstacle. It's not like I pulled them out for all 10 boss fights. But yeah, I mean, I played the game before. I didn't feel bad being a little cheeky sneaky.
Well, the original is kind of hard to stock up on because you didn't have the storage system that you do.
You didn't have that?
No.
Now, I don't know about you. I am loving all of these remakes, these Resident Evils.
Yeah, I haven't been disappointed in them yet.
All the way back to like 2000, what was it, 16 or 18 with the Resident Evil 1 remake. That thing was sick. Resident Evil 2 was sick. Resident Evil 3, you know, not even just the length. I hate, and that's the part I didn't like about 2. I just hate like the constant stalking enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Not in a Resident Evil game, because Resident Evil, I'm supposed to check every corner. I'm supposed to get every little thing, and that kind of blows it out. Now, out of 10, what would you give this thing here? This remake itself, number 4.
I'd give it a 9.
Thomas, he's a cheeky one.
I think that's pretty good, 8.5, 9. Now, I did kind of suffer from not having time to play this, so I'd only play it in like 1 hour increments, except for the last night. So it took me like a month to beat this thing. How many hours did you have in on it?
I'll say around, a little over 20. Well, we got it the day it came out, and I had it Friday, and I had it beat Monday.
Yeah, I think I had like 25 hours in on it. But like I say, I think a lot of that was just starting and stopping so much. You know, that last night I played on it for like 3.5 hours and really got in a groove, and you know what I mean, was just jamming through bosses. But yeah, I'm loving this. I don't know what there is to remake. I guess you can remake 5. Please don't remake 6.
Supposedly Code Veronica.
Oh, no. Now that's a good one. That's a good one.
That
Do
would
that.
be.
Do that. We know you watch our shows, Capcom. We want Code Veronica.
You're our biggest fan.
That is my favorite. We see you lurking in the comments. We saw you on the MXR Plays videos. You weren't very nice. All right. Well, I think that's about it. We will look forward to Code Veronica, and we will cover it right here with our 2 beautiful bouncing boy faces.
Non-apologetic news. Non-apologetic news.